Welcome to Talking Football Tuesday edition, where we follow everything happening in the French League and the German Bundesliga. I'm joined in the studio by football analyst Ouriel Daskal and I24 News' Michael Friedman, who takes a look at the headlines in the global press. If you thought there's something wrong with Bayern Munich, think again. The Bavarians scored 8 times against Hamburg, part of a scoring feast in the Bundesliga. And in France, all 3 leaders are unable to win for the second week in a row. All this and much more coming up right now. Just when we thought Bayern Munich were losing some of that killing instinct they showed us so many times, it came back. The Bavarians thrashed Hamburg 8-0. Robben, Goetze and Müller scoring 2 each, Ribéry and Lewandowski adding 1 each. It may have taken them a week or two to get back to focus. Once they did, they're once again looking like that unstoppable machine, Ouriel, and just in time, Champions League is back.
Yes, and Shakhtar Donetsk are pretty poor, I think.
Right
Not the team you want to face right now, Bayern Munich.
No, you don't want to play against Bayern Munich. When they're focused and they know exactly what to do and how to do, they're incredible to watch, and I think they're the worst team to play against. I mean, they're so intelligent, all the players. They take the right decisions. They make you suffer for each mistake you do. It's incredible to watch, really. I watched the game and I felt sorry for Hamburg, and I think Bayern Munich felt sorry for them as well. They took their leg off the gas and still, scored.
So it was 8-0. We should say only 8-0.
Only 8-0. It could have been a lot more. I mean, a few disallowed goals, and Robben just he was a bit relaxed after a few goals, and
it was fun. It was easy for them.
It was easy and it was fun, and really, I mean, they are so intelligent, and Pep Guardiola prepares them so well for games. It's incredible, really.
And Michael, we've seen Bayern Munich winning big this season as well. This big is something we've not seen for a very long time.
It's been a long time since we've seen this. Goal headlines read, Bayern Munich's 8-0 thrashing of Hamburg, their biggest win in over 30 years. With some people were worried about their form the last week or so. It's not, you can't really question them anymore. The press are saying, this is something scary to see. And the team, they set tons of records. It was their biggest win, as we said, in 30 years. Last time, a 9-0 in 1984. But this was, the scoreline said it all. They just took a pummel to them. And, Mueller and all the players, Robben, everybody was excellent. They all got a piece of it, and it was fun to play and watch for them all.
Yeah, so if you had a doubt, the Bavarian machine is back.
And how are you going to stop? I mean, you're going to stop Robben, and then Goetze comes along, and Müller comes, and you stop Müller, and Frank Ribéry comes in.
It's impossible.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Incredible.
Now to Borussia Dortmund, and only 6 goals were scored in their 4-2 victory over Mainz. For the first time this season, Dortmund get two wins in a row. This game showed us, Ouriel, everything Dortmund is all about. On the one side, 4 goals, beautiful goals, Marco Reus scoring, Aubameyang. But on the other hand, first minute of the game, here we can see it, a bizarre goal. Their defense has a lot of work to be done.
I think they had a lot of bad luck. They were playing poorly, but they suffered really bad luck, and this is just another unfortunate goal they've conceded. I think Campbell, that came in from Red Bull Salzburg, is going to do really well with Reus. You can see them. They have it's the same Goetze-Reus feel to them. So if they keep Reus, and they will probably keep him, I think next season we'll see the old good Dortmund back.
I think Jurgen Klopp, apart from us, the fans, Jurgen Klopp is perhaps the happiest man in the world. The Champions League is back. Somehow all their troubles go away there.
Yeah, and they're going to play Juventus, and if they're going to kick out Juventus, then what would it say about the quality of Italian football compared to the quality of German football? Dortmund are one of the biggest clubs in Europe. They have the biggest home support, and they are a team that needs to be at the top of European football and German football. And I think that this game will just reawaken them.
You want to see the success for them.
Yeah, and I mean, they're fast, they're energetic, they run more than any other team. on the planet.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them snapping out of this some bad luck they've been suffering. In other results from the Bundesliga, Werder Bremen beat Augsburg 3-2. Wolfsburg won an epic match in Leverkusen. It was 4-all dip in stoppage time when Bas Dost scored his fourth of the night to give the Wolves a 5-4 win, and Hoffenheim left Stuttgart behind, winning 2-1. The 8-point gap remains at the top. Bayern Munich are first with 52 points. Wolfsburg are second with 44. Another 8 points separate second from third, where Mönchengladbach are with 36 points. Further down are Schalke and Augsburg, both with 34. As you have seen, there were goals by the dozen in the Bundesliga this week. 38 of them were scored in 9 matches, more than 4 per game. It is a new record for the season, but it's not very surprising considering the fact that the German league has become very entertaining recently, with goals just constantly coming. Michael Friedman with a story.
This weekend in Germany provides some of the most exciting and action-packed football matches. With shots coming from everywhere, we witnessed a record number of 38 goals in all and an average of 4.2 per match. Top of the table, Bayern Munich knocked in a remarkable 8 goals against Hamburg. Second place, Wolfsburg featured in a 9-goal thriller, and Dortmund is staying clear of the relegation zone after another important victory. We begin this goal affair with the magic provided by the champions from Bavaria. With Thomas Müller, Arjen Robben, and Mario Goetz all scoring twice, Hamburg had no chance. One of the most spectacular goals of the match came just before the break and left the keeper helpless. It was a fun night for everyone in Munich as 5 players hit the net at the Allianz Arena. This win helped maintain their 8-point lead over Wolfsburg, who also had a suspenseful match. Despite Wolfsburg going up 3-0 at the first half, Bayer Leverkusen came out in the second half hoping to be competitive. Bastos had an extraordinary game, finding the net 4 times, while Heung-min Son had a signature hat-trick in the heated battle. But it would be the Dutch hero to the rescue deep into stoppage time to give his side the important victory as they hope to stay in the title race against Bayern. Bastos was on cloud 9 after the match.
Yeah, it was the perfect match. 4 goals in a game is not normal. It's unbelievable. I never expected this, but I believed in every ball, and the balls came perfect balls from my teammates, and I shoot them in.
While the other 2 teams are soaring at the top, Borussia Dortmund have had a disappointing season at the bottom. However, coming off the previous win against Freiburg, Jurgen Klopp's side hosted Mainz in a compelling game. It looked like the old Dortmund as they let in an early goal within the first minute of the match, but they fought hard with 4 goals in the second half. The yellow and black have now gotten themselves out of the relegation zone. With goals galore, the Bundesliga left everyone jumping up and down in excitement. We all hope to see more goals in the upcoming fixtures.
Michael, I'm sure the press is loving it because at the end of the day, this is what we want to see when we go watch football.
There's only one thing you can say, and SB Nation said it exactly right. Goals, 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 goals. That's all it was. It was an incredible weekend. Everybody was enjoying watching every action-packed play. But there was also a lot of numbers in history. 38 goals. Last year it was the most, that record of 35, so surpassing that. And also in their last 5 games for Bayern Munich, Hamburg have conceded 31 goals to them. So it's just it's a struggling chance for them. And Bastos, he scored the 4 goals and it became the second Wolfsburg player to do that in a single game. So it was really exceptional play.
Uriel, somehow I'm not really surprised that it happened in Germany. I wouldn't expect 38 goals in Italy, France, or even the Premier League.
Well, we'll have to see the ownership structure of German football. Most clubs are owned by their fans, and the fans want to see young players from the academy scoring a lot of goals. And when the owner asks, when the landlord asks for a sort of football, that's what you're going to get. They want, the German people, the German fans want to see this kind of football, and that's what you see week in, week out.
Yeah, it's incredibly attractive. It's an incredibly entertaining league, fun to watch. And now it's time for the French League. Lyon had a golden opportunity to open a 4-point gap at the top. as Marseille and Paris Saint-Germain lost points over the weekend, but Lyon just couldn't take it. 3 matches without Alexandre Lacazette are taking their toll. Lyon just can't win without him, and they struggle to score. They were lucky to come back from Lorient with a point as the home team took the lead early in the second half, but Clinton Angers gave Lyon the point. The previous night, champions Paris Saint-Germain were on the road to victory as they were leading 2-0 at home against Caen, but 3 early substitutes and 2 late injuries meant they had to play the final 10 minutes with only 9 players, and it took its toll. 2 very late goals by the visitors meant PSG once again only get a point. Almost the same story for Marseille. They had 11 players in, but that didn't stop visiting Reims from getting a last-minute equalizer. This game also ending in a 2-2 draw. And all this means that for the second week in a row, everything stays the same at the top. Lyon are first, 2 points clear of Marseille and Paris Saint-Germain. Saint-Etienne had so many opportunities to close the gap from the leading trio, but they took just 2 points from their last 5 matches. This weekend, losing 1-0 to Bordeaux. They're still fourth, but way behind. Ouriel, we begin with Lyon. 2 goals in 3 matches with Lacazette out. It's very hard for them without him.
Well, yeah, he's their big star. He's the big scorer. You know, the midfielders are looking for someone to pass to, and they used to play with him, and now he's not there. So it's like they have like a phantom striker right now. You know, they're looking for someone to finish off their moves, and they don't have him. When he's back, I hope he'll be back as sharp as he used to be, and then Lyon could push for the championship, because Paris Saint-Germain cannot play any worse. You know, they cannot be any less fortunate than they are now. So once they catch up and their points, you know, and they're going to get more points, then Lyon will have to score more goals.
Now you mentioned Paris Saint-Germain. As opposed to Lyon and Marseille that have the whole week to rest, PSG are having a very tough match tonight at the Parc des Princes against Chelsea. With all those injuries, they're going to have a very, very hard time. And with this, they're going to be back on the weekend to the French League fighting for the championship.
You know, that's the problem with Champions League football. You're going to have to be stretched out. And that's why Paris Saint-Germain stocked a lot of talent in their team, and it cost them a lot of money. Paris Saint-Germain need to worry. They are the second, you know, no team. Only Reims lost more points from winning position than Paris Saint-Germain. You know, so they lost a lot of points after scoring, which shows that maybe the 50 million pounds they paid for David Luiz is not, you know, was not the best business.
Maybe the most expensive defender is not such a good defender.
Yeah, I think so. But again, it's all about, you know, gaining back their focus. They have probably the greatest winner in European football, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and once they get kicked out of the Champions League, they could focus back on winning the championship.
Now, Michael, the question is, how are they going to perform tonight at the Champions League? 4 injured players. On the other hand, there is Zlatan, there is Cavani. This team knows how to do it.
It's certainly going to be a tough one for PSG. The Daily Mail said PSG injury crisis gives Chelsea a huge boost ahead of the Champions League clash. So the media knows that this is a struggling PSG, and on the other side, you have a very strong Chelsea. They had a week to rest, and you know they also have the mental edge who won it last year against them. So it's going to be a compelling battle, and also you see that the coach, you know, Blanc sounded not too motivated. He thinks that, you know, they sort of conceded the defeat already, saying, if someone had told me this story, I wouldn't have believed it. So he's not too happy with the way things are looking, and he's afraid, I think, of what's going to come ahead.
I think Blanc is from the beginning of the season is quite a dead man walking.
Yeah.
You know, PSG want a new coach. They want like a Diego Simone, one of the best coaches in the world, and I think he knows that as well, which might affect the team. Not the greatest management decision by Paris Saint-Germain to out this, so early in the season, but he's a big boy.
One other thing I have to ask. Last year, it didn't help them, but the game in Paris, PSG won 3-1. They were brilliant. Are they able to do it again tonight?
I think they have the tools for it, but Chelsea are so much better from this season from last season, and they're so much more prepared for PSG than I can't see it happening, really. They can do it, but not a big chance for it.
And all the some coming tonight. We'll certainly watch that. Ouriel Daskal, Michael Friedman, thank you both for being with us this week. And that's it for Talking Football. Don't forget, you can watch this and every other show on our website at i24news.tv. We're also on Facebook and on Twitter. Thank you for watching and have a beautiful day.